Hi, I'm Alex and welcome back to the Boathouse Paddle series where we talk about everything concerning paddle. Today we're going to look at a best practice setup for a SaaS to add products and prices to paddle. Now the difference in paddle is prices are the things you're actually selling, so they will define what something costs, how often it is billed, and the product is like a container for multiple prices. If you have multiple plans for the same product, you'll put them under the same product. So the first thing I'm going to do is in my account, in my vendor account, this is the same for Sandbox and for production. You go to new product and then you'll add the product name. The tax category here is selected is standard digital goods. If you have additional taxable categories activated, for example, SaaS, you can switch here. In this account, I only have standard digital goods. You can add a description if you want, and you can add an icon URL that's hosted on your website if you want that displayed during checkout. But both of these are optional. Then you hit save, and in the details for that product, you can start adding prices. We're going to add 3 different prices: a monthly, an annual, and a lifetime price. So a lifetime would be a one-time purchase. The other 2 we want to make recurring. So let's start with the monthly. We're going to start with a base price of $10. And the type in this case will be recurring because it's a monthly one. The billing period is automatically set to monthly as well. I can add a trial period if I want to. This will mean that the payment will automatically be done after the trial period unless the subscription is cancelled. Then provide a pricing name. Now this price name on the left is something that is shown to the customer. So you might call this a basic plan. The internal description is, as the name suggests, only for your use. And more often than not, you'll have multiple versions of your plan. So you'll increase prices or you'll change certain aspects to your plan. So what I like to do is I like to use the plan name as a first identifier, and then I'll usually add the year. And maybe if I plan on doing multiple prices per year, I'll even add a digit at the end just to differentiate. You can have plans with the same price name, but the internal description should be different for each of them. Another thing to note is the product quantity limit. By default, people can start a subscription with multiple users, with multiple licenses, for example. If you don't want that, if you want a one-on-one relationship between the subscription and your software, you can change this to 1. Otherwise, it will display a quantity field for people purchasing the product. For an annual plan, let's say that's $100. The one thing you're going to change is the billing period. Change that to annual. You can see the other options that are here. There are more custom options if you want to bill every couple of days, every 3 months, for example, if you're doing quarterly billing. And otherwise, you have the same options. In this case, we're going to call this the basic annual plan. And here I'm going to go basic annual 2024-1. Again, something so that I can identify which version of the plan that they've purchased. And again, I'm going to change the quantity to 1 because I only want a one-to-one relationship between these. Now, let's say I will have a lifetime deal or I have some kind of one-time add-on that people can buy. Let's say this add-on is $99. And here I'm going to switch it to recurring. All the recurring fields go away, but the other settings stay the same. So this is lifetime deal, and I'm going to call this lifetime 2024-1. And in this case, I'm going to leave the product quantity multiples. For example, this might be something that they're sharing with their team, for example. So you might want them to buy multiple versions of this lifetime deal. And there you go. You have a very simple setup for a SaaS with additional one-time add-ons or modules of that kind. And that's it. Thank you for watching.